What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Terence Crawford. Get this. Terence Crawford has said that he would like to fight the Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castaño winner at 154. Okay. Now, this is not that surprising. A lot of people are like, oh my God, he's too small. No. Terence Crawford, okay, he's not a short guy. He's like about 5'8", 5'9". I think he's like 5'9". You can tell he's filled in at welterweight. And fighting going to 154, yes, the guys are bigger. They're bigger up there. But fighting Castaño and fighting Charlo, those are two formidable challenges. Either one is good. If Brian wins, I would like to see that fight. I think it will be a challenge for the most part for a while for Terence Crawford until he gets the timing down. Brian Castaño is a fighter that he's a come forward fighter. He's a combination fighter. He's a pressure fighter, and he does all that. That's what he does. And a lot of times his offense is his defense is his offense. So, he gets in there and throws punches and bunches. But I think Terence takes him out. Now, if he ends up fighting Jermell Charlo, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I think he takes out Brian Castaño just by catching him coming in. Okay? And that's exactly what he'll probably do. But the difference between him and Jermell will wait for the counter. Okay, he's kind of like a lazy fighter. Jermell is one of those guys. I love Jermell. Don't get me wrong. I want him talking about me and shit, but getting pissed at me. But he's one of those guys that if this was Call of Duty, he would be a camper because he'll just wait for an opportunity to strike. He won't really create much. He might use a jab. He has a good one too, but he's going to wait until the perfect opportunity. Either Brian throws too wild or wide, and then he'll counter. But I think the style of Jermell and Terence Crawford would probably be best suited. A big-ass Jermell Charlo versus a guy coming up, which was one of the pound-for-pound best fighters, Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford could do it. I think he could do it. It would be a hell of a fight. Either one of those guys. Listen, Terence Crawford walks around at 180 sometimes because we've seen it. We've seen him on the scale, weighing at 180. So and he didn't look big or fat then. He was, he was filled out. But no, understand something. There's a reason you're on the pound for pound list because you're one of the best that are fighting today, pound for pound. And it would just be another challenge for Terence Crawford. Now, why would he go to 154? That's easy. Because all the bullshit is at 147. All the politics is at 147. Al Heyman is at 147. Floyd, Money Mayweather, him and Al Heyman kind of run 47 when it comes to fighters. So it's hard to get one of those guys in the ring. You got to bribe them. You got to threaten them. You got to beg them. You got to do a lot of things to get those guys in the ring. And probably Terence Crawford is tired of that shit. But if he signs with PBC, he may get that fight. Because I think Floyd would probably allow that to happen since, for one, Jermell Charlo's already lost. For two, Brian Castaño's undefeated. But, I don't think that he is like that supported fighter on the PBC banner. Okay? So I think he will allow that because those guys are not really as precious as someone like Errol Spence or Tank Davis. They're not those premier guys. So knowing Floyd, he would probably want to orchestrate a fight between Terence Crawford and Jermell Charlo. And I think him and Al Heyman will like that because that'll get out of Errol Spence's hair. So Errol Spence can come back into 147 and kind of breathe again because Terence Crawford has been having his foot on his neck applying the pressure. All right? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Terence Crawford calling out the winner of Castaño versus Jermell Charlo. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.